He had to eat his steak with 12 peas neatly arranged. A friend got up and took one, and he was furious. The neatly arranged peas were messed up, and the delicious steak became tasteless. He then rushes into the bathroom and pulls out the black soap he carries with him, puts the soap box carefully in place, and then begins the tedious and frantic process of washing his hands. The soap must be pumped 8 times and washed very seriously and very hard until his fingers were rubbed hard to break the skin before he would stop. Even through the screen, it gives me goosebumps. After washing his hands, he realized that there was a stain on his shirt, so he dipped his hand in some soap and rubbed it on the stain. Then he lifted the shirt up and rinsed it off in a weird position. Then he dries the soap box and puts it in his pocket. When he was finished and ready to leave, he stopped. A doorknob was in the way and he didn't want his freshly washed hands touching him. He had the courage to open the door, but he couldn't, and so he was trapped in the toilet until a kindred spirit arrived to save him. He's Howard Hughes, the prototype of Iron Man, who inherited $1 billion when he was just a teenager, and is a very wealthy man. People like him who suffer from cleanliness fetishes have a paranoia that borders on insanity. He invested in the movie with 35 cameras, 87 planes, 187 pilots, and over 2,000 actors and actresses using 1,000 kilometers of film. In 1962, the United States could have fought a small war with that amount of film. The final product of 560 hours of original film was only 94 minutes. He was personally in charge of every detail of the work, and he was burning $25,000 a day. When the money broke, he took a gamble and mortgaged his toy company for every penny he had. The movie Hell's Angels, which took 4 years and cost $4 million and 3 pilots. The opening day of the movie caused one of the biggest traffic jams in history. Against all odds, Hell's Angels was hailed as one of the most brilliant works in cinema history. Hughes proved to be a success, but even then he was still working on the details of the movie.
Team out of the party, get him over the off, so we're gonna be shots tonight.
In addition to making movies, he also had a dream of becoming an aviator. And in order to design the fastest airplane possible, he bought an airline outright. On this day, he's carefully inspecting his new airplane. His meticulous attention to detail made all the engineers in the room nervous. It's hard not to have a breakdown with a boss like that. But their engineers didn't. So he had the fastest airplane in the world at the time, and since no pilot would dare try to fly it, Hughes decided to take it into his own hands. The engineers repeatedly warned him that the fuel tanks designed for speed were only good for 2 revolutions, and that he shouldn't just try to break the record. But by the time Hughes got into the plane, the engineers had forgotten all about it.